Could this be a sign of, more of a public sign, that is, of a rift between the United States and Israel? Joining me now is the former Israeli ambassador to the United States, Michael Oren. Michael, good to see you. As always, I want to get your reaction to the statement from the White House condemning the shelling of the school, in the UN school in Gaza, saying they're extremely concerned that Palestinians are being told by the Israeli military to leave their homes, while the UN has said there is nowhere safe for them to go. This does seem like stronger language than we've heard in the past. What do you make of it?
Good to be with you, Jake. Actually, I think it was a little bit of a lessening of the language that was used yesterday. Yesterday, the White House said that Israel could do more to limit the impact of the fighting on civilians, Palestinian civilians in the Gaza Strip. And the White House, I think, showed restraint this evening by waiting to hear the outcome of the Israel Army's investigation of this incident. In the past, people have rushed to blame Israel. It's not so certain that Israel is responsible for this time, but as blamed Israel, it turned out the civilian casualties were caused by Hamas rockets that fell short. So I think it's important that everyone investigates, particularly Israel has the ability to investigate. As Israel conducts this military campaign, it sits with a large staff of international lawyers who are looking at the international law aspects of everything we do. Of course, mistakes happen in densely populated areas with an enemy that is deeply dug in behind a civilian population and using that population as a human shield. Military science is not an exact science, and it is exact as we can do. And Israel tries to warn these Palestinians, civilians, to leave these areas. But if Hamas is shooting from around them, then Israeli soldiers have to also defend themselves.
But Michael, if they're not even, let's assume that. Well, I know we don't know who specifically caused this yet definitively, but the UN says that it was Israeli artillery, and the Israelis are not denying it, and they're saying that there were militants around that area. They're providing almost a justification if it does turn out to definitively be an Israeli action. I guess the question is, you have 3,000 Palestinian civilians in this UN shelter. I keep hearing people say, people who are advocating for Israel, that Israel warns them, if they're not safe in a UN shelter, where are they safe? Is there anywhere in Gaza where innocent civilians can go?
Well, I think it's a question you're going to have to address to Hamas, because where the civilians are, Hamas is going to fire from, because Hamas has a media strategy. It wants those terrible pictures up on the television set. It creates unrest throughout the world. It put pressures on governments to condemn Israel and to put constraints on Israel so Israel can't defend itself by condemning us in the UN. This is what's happened again and again. This is the pattern. And I've said publicly that this is a chance to break the pattern. With all the pain and the tragedy involved in it, if Hamas is not dealt a decisive defeat here, then the same pattern will repeat itself, and the next round of fighting will be even worse, because Hamas will have bigger rockets and deeper tunnels.
Michael, very quickly, if you would, you've said that Hamas needs to be crushed, but former Israeli President Shimon Peres today said, quote, Israel has exhausted the military option and that Israel needs to find a diplomatic end to this. Is Peres wrong?
I'm not going to take full issue with Shimon Peres, for whom I have great regard. But I think that right now there have been ceasefire talks in Cairo. Hamas has refused to attend those ceasefire talks because Hamas thinks it's winning. It thinks it's going to get gains out of this operation, that it's going to get international aid and recognition and legitimacy through this operation. It's very important, not only for Israelis, but for Palestinians, for people throughout this entire region who are facing threats from organizations like ISIS, like Al-Qaeda, which are exactly the same ideologically and theologically as Hamas. I think it's important for the United States that this time Israel be allowed to win.